Okay, welcome back. In this video, we're going to go over adding and subtracting expressions. I have four examples here, and so if you want to follow along and write these things down, that would be good. And I would encourage you to write down not just what I have on the board, but the steps that we go through as well. I think that will help you when you refer back to this later. Okay, so to start with, I'm going to add these expressions. Negative 2x plus 2 plus 4x, that would be positive 4x, minus 7. Okay? So, typically, when these parentheses are here, the reason why is because we are multiplying by something, or this is being divided by something. Sometimes this could be like the second step in a bigger problem. For example, if it started out like this, then I could use the distributive property and I would get negative 2x plus 2, and maybe this would be my next step. But since it's already given here, and we can see that there's nothing being multiplied on the outside, nothing being divided, no exponents, we don't need those parentheses. If there was something out here, we would need to take care of those parentheses by performing that operation. But since there's not, we can just simply rewrite this without the parentheses. Now, it's almost always easier to deal with this when everything is addition. So if you remember your rules from adding and subtracting integers, you'll remember that since we have a minus 7 here, we can change this to plus negative 7. That means the same thing. We don't need to change this here because there's nothing before it, so this is already a negative 2x. So you have negative 2x plus 2 plus 4x plus negative 7, all addition. Now we're going to combine like terms. So my like term with negative 2x is a positive 4x, right? And I like to include, again, the sign in here. That way it's clear for me. So I have 4x and minus 2x gives me a positive 2x, and then positive 2 and negative 7 gives me negative 5, and this is as far as I can go with this expression. Okay, let's try another one. I have 7y minus 5 plus 3y plus 8. Okay, again, I'm looking and I'm seeing nothing being multiplied out here, no division going on, no exponents. All these terms are being connected by addition or subtraction, so I can go ahead and remove the parentheses at this point. 7y, and since this is minus 5, I'm going to go ahead and change that to plus negative 5. Okay, I can do that following the rules that we've learned earlier. Plus 3y plus 8. I'm going to look for my like terms. So I see a 7y, positive 7y here. I'm going to include that sign. Positive 3y, I get a positive 10y. Negative 5, positive 8 gives me a positive 3. And this is as far as I can go with this expression. Okay? Now we're going to get to subtraction. Negative 3x plus 7 minus, this is important, it's going to be a little bit different, minus 5x plus 4. Now, I said previously that the reason why we could drop the parentheses is because nothing was being multiplied or divided outside of here. However, if you look at this subtraction here, one way of thinking about this is to think of this as plus and then negative 1 times all of this, times what's inside. That's one way. And so if you think of it that way, then we need to distribute this negative 1 using the distributive property and get negative 1 times 5x equals negative 5x, and negative 1 times 4 equals negative 4. That's one way of thinking about that. And then, of course, this would just come down. Another way of visualizing this or thinking about what's going on here is if you see this subtraction here, and this is actually what's really going on, or where they both are, This is negative 3x plus 7 minus 5x minus 4. Okay, it's not only just subtracting this 5x. This is being subtracted from this minus 5x minus 4. So either way, we're distributing that negative minus 5x and minus 4. Now, again, I said that it's usually easier to change everything to addition. So we see this is a negative 3x plus 7. We're going to call this plus negative 5x. Did it change anything? Plus negative 4. Just kind of made it easier to deal with, or easier to see to add later on. So I have a negative 3x, a negative 5x. That gives me a negative 8x. I have a positive 7 and a negative 4. That gives me a negative 3. Oh, no it doesn't. It gives me a positive 3. Positive 7, negative 4 gives me a positive 3. Okay, and this is as far as we can go. Let's try one more subtraction. Negative 5x plus 3 minus x minus 7. Now this one's a little tricky also. We're going to distribute this negative. Let's just bring this down. Negative 5x plus 3. Now this, there's a 1 in here, so this is, if you want to do it the multiplication way or either way, minus x minus negative 7, or you want to look at it that way. Now we can see minus negative 7, minus negative 7, minus a negative is addition, so minus negative 7 is the same as plus 7. Hope you caught that. Okay, let's change this to plus negative x. So now we have a negative 5x. And we know this is, since there's nothing out here that's a negative 1x, we get negative 6x. We have a plus 3 and a plus 7. That gives us a plus 10. Okay. That was a lot. Hopefully you caught it. If not, you can rewind and look again and ask as many questions as you need to in class. As always, I thank you for watching. Have a good day.